In today's video, we are going over the 7 main steps that I took in my publishing business and that you can also replicate to your publishing business to take it from 0 to 5K to even 10K per month and beyond. What is going on, guys? My name is Dane. If you're new here on this channel, I talk all about online entrepreneurship, self-publishing books on Amazon, KDP, and Audible, and also just lifestyle videos in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. So I'm sure you already saw the intro. In today's video, we're gonna be going over the 7 main steps that I took and implemented into my publishing business in order to get it from 0 to 5K and then 10K per month in income, not just like sales or anything like that. We're talking royalties off of my books, so profit off of my books. And I'm gonna be talking about those 7 main things in this video so you can replicate them to your business and basically how you can take all these 7 main things in one go and basically get the road paved for you from wherever you're at right now, whether it's 1K, 2K, 3K per month with your publishing business, and basically ramp that up to 5K and 10K and beyond. Okay, so if you don't believe me and you're kind of skeptical, I'm sure that's totally fine. You shouldn't trust someone like me just talking to a camera. So here are some screenshots from some income that I've made over the past year self-publishing books, whether it be on Amazon and on Audible. Okay, so Audible is like audiobooks and Amazon is paperback and ebooks. Okay, so those are some screenshots on the screen. If you didn't see them already, there's a couple more right there. But anyways, those are some income screenshots, so you know I'm not like lying to you. I have done this before and I know what I'm doing when it comes to publishing books on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the 7 main things that I did to my business in order to get it to that stage where I can make that money every single month. And I'll be walking you through the things, and then at the end, I'll be showing you exactly how you can take action on these things and basically take them, copy and paste them into your publishing business so you can do exactly what I have done. Okay, so I don't want to ramble on anymore. Let's jump into my computer here and let's go into the video. Okay, so as you can see on the screen here, 7 steps to 10K per month book publishing. Okay, so basically what we're doing here, we're taking your self-published books. So you might have a couple books right now. Maybe if you don't have any books right now either, you can get into the business as well, utilizing these steps and basically like catapult yourself into a very good self-publisher and turn that self-published title into a publishing business basically. Okay, so let's jump into this video. So number 1 thing that I see people missing out on and not taking advantage of in their publishing business is going to be audiobook expansion. Okay, so basically taking your paperback and ebooks off of KDP and expanding onto Audible and making an audiobook business as well as your paperback and ebook business. Okay, if you're only on KDP right now selling ebooks and paperback books and you haven't gone on to audiobooks, you're basically leaving a ton of money on the table, almost 50% of your business that you could potentially be making. So if you're making 1K right now off of Amazon KDP, you could be making 2K per month if you were to go onto Audible. And obviously we can scale that. So we're making 5K off Amazon, 5K off of Audible every single month. Okay, so basically when it comes to audiobooks, they can consistently tack on 2K to 3K per month to my income. Okay, so right now, if we average things out on an average monthly basis, I make around an extra 2K to 3K per month off of Audible. And basically what I'm saying with that is that Audible it's very, I want to say it's passive, but it's not very much work compared to Amazon. Basically, you get your audiobook made by a narrator. They put it onto Audible, or ACX puts it onto Audible. ACX is the middleman from KDP to audiobook creation. That's what ACX is. Then straight onto Audible where your audiobook sells. And basically, once that's on there, there's not really much else to do. There's no ads on Audible. There's no real marketing on Audible. You got to distribute your codes that they give you. But once it's on there, it's kind of sitting there and it's getting sales as long as you can rank it. So basically, I make 2K to 3K per month off of my audiobook business based solely off of just putting them on there and letting them sit and make me money. So Audible is pretty new, and in comparison to KDP, it's very new. And like I said, there's not even ads on the platform yet. So it's very open and very easy to get into. If you're just learning about this now, it's the best possible time to get into audiobooks. And this means that it's only going to grow bigger and stronger over the next few months and years. And on top of that, there aren't even ads on Audible, like I already said. The future for audiobooks seriously excites me because it's brand new. Even though it started back in like 2011, I think Audible, there's not very many people taking advantage of the audiobook world. And basically that's why it's number one on here. It's not like in a priority or anything, but it's the first one I want to talk about because I see a lot of people leaving this kind of thing on the table. So number two is turning your books from decent quality books into top tier books. Okay, this is the next step you got to take if you want to be making a full-time income or more off of KDP. So simply put, your books are the foundation of your entire publishing business, and I'm pretty sure you can agree with me on that. If you have terrible books, then your business is going to be terrible as well, because you're going to get bad reviews and it just all piles up over time. Books are the foundation of any publishing business. If your books aren't good, your business won't be good. And if your books aren't amazing, then the business won't be amazing either. So if you want to get to that top tier level, that amazing level, then you're going to have to apply amazing techniques to your books in order to make them solid and basically, like I said, top tier books to get as many sales as possible. Making high quality books boils down to a few basic things and mastering them. Here are some of the things you need to master, okay? Buyer psychology and understanding who your ideal customer is, and then catering product towards them. Okay, so you got to understand, first things first, who your audience is and who your ideal avatar is that you want to sell your book to. If you don't know who your audience is, then you're not going to have any idea of how to write your book description or how to design your cover or how to place your title on your cover or basically make your title on your cover. You have to know who your audience is so you can cater your book to them. Being able to source top tier writers to ghostwrite your books for you is another thing that you need to be able to do. And if you don't know how to source high-end writers for good prices, it's going to be very tough to get a good quality book written. On top of content, your book also has to look amazing in order to attract people in the first place. So that goes back to the customer thing. If you don't have an amazing book, you're not getting any sales. Things like your cover, your title, your subtitle, and your book description need to paint a clear picture for exactly what the reader can expect to get out of buying your book. Okay, so if they don't know enough information by the time they've gone through your title, they've clicked on your book, and they've seen your book description, they're not going to buy it. You have to basically give them enough information that it gets them curious so they want to buy it, but not give them too much information so that they are like, okay, I already know what this book is all about and I've read it before, I'll just move on. So there's a fine line between the two things. Finally, the difference between a mediocre book launch and a powerful one is night and day, okay? I've gone over book launches many times before in YouTube videos on my channel, but basically if you have a weak book launch, your book is just gonna fizzle out and not sell for the long term. Again, this starts with your books being high quality and selling well, okay? If you don't have a high quality book, none of these things are gonna work. The book launch, your Amazon ads, none of that stuff's gonna work very well. So it all boils down to having a high quality top tier book, okay? If you can master the quality of your book and then tack on a powerful launch, you're well on your way to making a very big amount of money on KDP and then expanding into Audible and making even more on there, okay? Number 3 on this list for the steps that I took in order to get to 10K per month with my publishing business is basically going through a bit of a transition phase, okay? So once you've established that high quality books, you have things on Audible, it's time to really take things to the next level and start to transition into a real publishing business. So once you know how to lay down the solid foundation of having high quality, high volume selling books, you need to transition from being just a self-publisher with a few books, okay? You need to go from that self-publisher title to that publishing business title is basically what this whole, the whole theme is of this video. One of the major things that I needed to learn once I got to this point was that applying the 4 core layers to your books is a 100% necessary strategy to get yourself from that like 1K to 2K per month to that 5K and 10K per month number, okay? These 4 core layers are, it shouldn't say course there, it should say core layers, are what have changed a lot of in my publishing business in order to start making me a lot more money every single month. And here they are. So the 4 core layers consist of your registered business. So at the very top, you have your registered business so you can get tax breaks and all that kind of stuff. Number 2 is having an established surface level brand / niche. So you have a surface level brand that you can brand all of your books on. Number 3 is having a sub-level niche pen name or pen names, okay? So below that brand, you have different sub-level niches that fall underneath that big umbrella surface level niche. Sub-level niches, for example, I could be in the homes, hobbies, and crafts surface level niche. And then below that, my sub-levels could be like gardening, home improvement, or even arts and crafts, okay? And then I have a pen name for each one of those sub-levels. And you have a bunch of books that fall under that pen name. Okay, so all these books are branded with the surface level niche, and then below that you have all of your sub-level pen names. And number 4 is having good keywords for your books to focus on, okay? So having effective keyword research, finding very high quality keywords that are very profitable and associating them with the sub-level niche authors, okay? Those are the 4 core layers. If you can establish all 4 of those layers, then you're ready to transition into a full-on publishing business from that self-publisher title, okay? So number 4 on this list is hiring a top tier dream team. So I've said top tier a couple times. It is a common theme. I like to use that term just because it's like high quality, it's high end, it's the best you can get. Top tier dream team hiring is the number 4 on this list to really turning your self-published title into a publishing business. And at this certain point, having a bunch of books and trying to manage every single moving piece, it becomes chaotic to say the least, okay? So once you get to that certain point of like maybe 4K to 5K per month, you might hit the ceiling, you might hit the threshold, and it's like, I can't do any more work in order to scale my business even further. So what you got to do is outsource to professionals so you can have other people handle other areas of the business, so you have more time to work on the business in your main area where you specialize in, so you can scale it continuous onto 5K and 10K per month. So in order for you to not hit the ceiling, like I just mentioned, you need to be able to grow your business even larger past all of this chaos, and you're going to need to outsource and hire top tier team or just top tier talent, whatever you want to call it. So outsourcing more than just writing and book covers can seem a bit scary at first. So at the beginning, most people, if they're self-publishing books, all they really know how to do is outsource covers and outsource writing. Those are the 2 main things that we do at the beginning. But once you learn how to properly do it, like outsource other areas other than just writing and covers, it has the ability to make all of the difference in your publishing business. So here are areas in my publishing business that are handled by other team members, okay? So personally, I still do a lot of the stuff in my publishing business, but at this point, if I were to handle every single moving part, it would just be way too busy and I wouldn't be able to manage it, okay? So let me talk about the areas that I've outsourced in my publishing business. Let's get into what I've outsourced. So far I've outsourced Amazon ads, project management, designated writers and cover designers, editing and formatting in my books, illustrating in my books, low content book creation. So on top of just long form and DIY style books, if you have been familiar with me, you know what those are. You can also make low content books. So like coloring books, just activity books for kids, activity books for adults, tons of different stuff you can make with low content books. And they're not very hard to make, but it's kind of tedious to make. So that's something that I've outsourced as well. Bookkeeping and accounting and creative writing. And there's a few more things, but I didn't want to make this list super long. So those are the main things that I've outsourced in my business. And those are things that you can outsource in yours as well in order to take it to the next level, okay? Once you're able to populate all 4 of the 4 core layers that we just talked about, plus build a powerful team, like I was just mentioning with my team and outsourcing a top tier talent team, you're now ready to transition into a full on publishing business that also has its own ecosystem, as I like to call it, okay? So having your own ecosystem outside of Amazon's ecosystem is very powerful, and I'm going to talk about that right now. And it's one of the main things that you need to apply to your publishing business in order to get it to that threshold or in order to get it to that 5K or 10K per month income level, okay? So number 5 on this list of the steps that I've taken in order to do this is building an ecosystem, okay? The first part of the ecosystem is an email list management and automation, okay? So with the 4 core layers in place, like we talked about, your registered business, service level niche, sub level niche, and or niches, you could have multiple, and your keywords. Starting the building process of your ecosystem off with an email list and automations is, in my opinion, the absolute best place to start. It is the backbone of any business, even on top of publishing any online business. If you don't have an email list and automation set up, you are leaving money on the table. An email list paired with strong automations and a customer nurturing drip sequence of emails where you can sell additional things is the backbone, as I just said, to maintaining and leveraging your publishing ecosystem full of all your readers and your fans, okay? So growing that ecosystem all starts with this email list. And if you don't have an email list with automation set up, you're not gonna be able to make an ecosystem of your own where you can make even more money and really take the business to that next level. So the email list and automation allows us to do these things. Sell and promote our books, of course, nurture our readers and turn them into loyal fans through endless value. So if you're familiar with Gary Vee, I think I mentioned this in my last video. He has a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And that's basically saying push value, 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 and then go for the sale, okay? You can't be going for the sale. You can't be going for the sale in every single email. So you got to make sure you push value first and then push the sale so that you keep these people in your ecosystem and they don't leave because you're annoying them with how much sales stuff you're talking about in the emails. Another thing you do is guide people into a Facebook group where I'm going to talk about in a second, but that's going to be where we have exclusive offers and we really have a very loyal fan base in there. guide people to our website as well. So now on top of having an external Facebook group, we also have a website, and these are all different pieces to this ecosystem that I'm talking about. We also can begin to establish our own ecosystem so we don't have to constantly rely on Amazon. So like I said, if you start with this email list thing and start building off of it, make a Facebook group, make a website, you're really building your own ecosystem outside of Amazon. And don't get me wrong, we're still utilizing Amazon. That's where a lot of our traffic is coming from. We can also utilize Facebook ads, but we can also utilize Amazon.com, Audible.com, .ca, whatever, and get traffic from there and turn that into our own ecosystem instead of constantly having to rely on Amazon for traffic, okay? On our email list, we can also promote additional products and services from places like our website, okay? And on top of that, we can also promote affiliate links, affiliate offers and stuff like that through our emails, and just really build a loyal fan base that trusts us and know that when we promote a product to them, it's something that they can be assured it's going to be high quality, and that's what we're doing with our email list. And we can promote our books, of course, to there and get additional sales, new releases, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so an email list is really the foundation and the backbone of generating your entire ecosystem and making as much money as you possibly can. If you can apply this to your publishing business, like just the email list alone, you're way ahead of like 95% of other self-publishers. Okay, so number 6. I've already hinted at this, but this is another piece to the ecosystem, and it is building your Facebook presence, okay? So once the backbone of the ecosystem is in place, the email list, having a powerful Facebook presence is the next thing on the list, okay? So creating pages for our surface level brand and pen names puts a face to a name, basically, for our readers and our fan base to explore and interact with. So in our Facebook group and our Facebook pages, we can make a branded Facebook page for that surface level niche like I was talking about. We can make sub-level niche pages for our pen names, so we can put a face to a name for our pen names, basically like an additional author central area if you're familiar with what that is. And people can interact with that, and we can comment back and talk with our customers. Unlike on Amazon where we can't actually interact with our customers, Facebook is a whole nother level of personability with customers and being able to talk with them, promote additional offers with them, and get feedback on our books and really reply to them and all that kind of stuff. So on top of that, we can link these pages, so like the sub-level niche pages, to our surface level brand Facebook group. So our Facebook group is focused on our surface level brand, so we have all of our sub-level niche fans in one big place because that interest is general. It's our surface level niche interest, okay? And this is also getting traffic from our email list. So this group is constantly growing, and I'm going to talk about what we do in this group right now. So in here, we can promote our pre-release arcs. So through like Booksprout, if you're familiar with that, and really get more and more people onto our pre-releases so we can get more reviews once our books are launched. We can also gain insights on our books related to things like covers and topics. So we can post questions in the group and be like, hey, what do you think about cover A compared to cover B? Which one is your guys' favorite? We can also talk about topics like, do you want us to make our next book about this keyword? How about this keyword, this keyword? What's your guys' favorite? And just basically get interactions from fans and get insights from them. You can also connect on a very personal level. And I already talked about this, but connecting with fans on a personal level is very powerful. It also allows customers a way to get to know their favorite pen names of ours. So like I said, we have different pages where our pen names are associated with, and they're all linked to this surface level brand group. We can also promote additional things like our books and our products in this group. The group is basically a place for us to have our exclusive members of our ecosystem. And if they choose to join from our email list, we get them into our ecosystem, and then we get them into our Facebook group from there. And they're on our email list. They're in our Facebook group. We have them in 2 places then, and on top of just having them on Amazon all the time. So we can send them our pre-releases, get a bunch of reviews, have very loyal fans, and sell them additional products. Not really in our Facebook group. The email list is more for selling things. The Facebook group is for the free releases and getting reviews and stuff like that, okay? So both of those things obviously contribute to a very powerful publishing business, and they all tack on to our ecosystem. Number 7 on this list of getting your business, your publishing, self-publishing books business to a full-on publishing business is building a branded website, okay? So this is number 3 on the ecosystem thing. So number 1 was the email list, then the Facebook presence. Now we're talking about the website. And then you tack these things on with the audiobooks and building a very strong team, and also having top tier books. Like, you can really see the powerful effect that having all these different things applied to your publishing business can really do. And that's what's going to take this thing from 5K to 10K per month and even more if you can figure these things out and apply them to your business. So basically, the cherry on top is building our branded website. Here are some examples of publishing websites done correctly. Okay, so let me just show you one of these. I'm gonna go with Jim Quick because he's got a pretty good website for this kind of thing. So you can see He's got a personally branded website. It's all built around his one book called Limitless. I'm sure you're aware of it or you have heard of it before. And you can see having this website on here, you get people from his book into his email list, then he promotes his website. There's additional things that he can sell people on and provide even more value. So you can see he has coaching up here. So obviously that's additional products that he's selling. He's got books, courses, podcast notes, videos. You can also connect with him. You can also do, I think you can book speaking. Oh yeah, I read it up here. So speaking is another thing that he offers on his website. So these are all additional products that he's selling on top of his book. So the book is the foundation, gets people into his ecosystem. From there, he gets people on his email list. He promotes his services. He makes even more money. And you can just see the long-term business effect of doing all these things has for a publishing business. Okay. So I'm not going to go too in depth on these. I'll link all these websites down below so you guys can check them out if you're interested in them. So building a website based around our service level brand gives us these abilities. Insane amounts of credibility. As you just saw, Jim Quick's website, obviously tons of credibility from that. It also gives us the ability to sell even more products on top of just our books. And it also further leverages our ecosystem and it gives us the ability to get the most possible value out of it. So not only can we provide value to our customers, but we can also get as much money as we can out of them if we provide value to them and they don't leave and they become loyal fans who we can sell additional products to. So having that website is another place to sell even more products that complement our publishing business, okay? And also creates insane ROI in comparison to solely relying on our books. So if you're only relying on your books on Amazon, you are way in the past. You got to get from past that, build a backend, and also have email lists, Facebook presence, and a website. And obviously it all starts with your books. So if you have not very good books, you got to make sure they're top tier books, have a top tier team, and then you can go into those 4 core layers we talked about, and then you can establish your ecosystem. There's all these things that work in together in order to build that very strong publishing business that generates you that consistent income every single month. And obviously that is job quitting income like we're talking about here, okay? So now that you have the what, so I've talked about all 7 of these things. You're aware of how you're aware of what to do in order to get your business from that 1K to 2K per month, or even 0 if you're brand new, to a 5K to 10K per month publishing business. Okay. You know what it takes. Okay. You just saw it all on the screen. You know exactly what it's going to take in order to get your business to that level. Okay. You probably need the how now. Okay. I've put all this on you, like all these things, you're aware of them now. You know exactly what to do. You're just not sure how to do it and how to apply it to your business effectively. And in order to do it on your own, it would take you a very long time, unfortunately, to figure all these things out. It's taken me upwards of a year to figure all these different things out to apply to my publishing business. And I'm sure, obviously, time is money. You don't want to waste that precious time. So you need somehow, some way to catapult yourself into these 7 things and start applying them to your business right away. And you're probably wondering how. So you know the 7 main pieces to taking your publishing business to 10K per month and beyond. I just showed you them all. Unfortunately, it would take me literally a few weeks, I mean literally, to explain to you how to properly incorporate all of these things into your publishing business. Okay, there's just so much and it takes a lot of work in order to explain to you how to do it. So on top of that, you need a way of linking every one of these tips that is talked about, all these steps to getting to that 10K per month amount, so that they all fluidly work together as one big, powerful publishing business and ecosystem. Okay, so you need to be able to link all 7 of these things together and make sure that they work all nice and fluently and congruently, so that it's not just one big mess that you don't know how to control on your own. Okay, so all these things are exactly what Publisher Supremacy teaches you to do. Okay. And what is Publisher Supremacy? It is a 7-week full-on publishing program that you can get into right now. Okay, it's available today. Today is the launch day of this program, September 28th. Okay, you can get in there for literally 50% off and really start to catapult your business to that 5K to 10K and beyond income month per month. Okay, so all these things are exactly what I've done in my publishing business to get it where it's at today. And you saw those screenshots at the beginning. I'm not joking. I'm not lying to you. Okay. That is proof that I have done these things, put them into my business and applied them. And I've learned how to effectively run them all in one fluent motion that really generates me all that income every single month. Okay. And in this program, it's going to walk you through exactly how to do exactly what I've done over the past year in only 7 weeks. Okay. So this is all taken down from 1 year's worth of work into 7 weeks of content that you can consume and start applying to your business right away in order to get as much money as you can out of your publishing business. Okay. And right now there's no better time to do this. Okay. We are going into Q4 right now. It's really time that all the sales on Amazon are going to start ramping up. Your money's going to take a drastic jump if you start applying all these things in this program. So if you want to learn exactly how you can do all these things, all 7 of those steps, apply an ecosystem, hire top tier talent, turn your books from average to top tier books, go on to Audible and really make audiobooks 50% of your income, tack that onto your business, how to do all these things, Publisher Supremacy is the answer, okay? And I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looks like right now, okay? So this is the program. It is a full 7-week program. I'm not lying to you. I'm going to walk you through kind of what it looks like, how it feels, and give you an idea for what you can expect if you want to join the program today. Today is the launch day, and it's at the beta price right now, which is 50% off the actual price. And this is going to be $997 down the road, okay? It's going to be $1,000 today, and maybe for like 1 week's time, I'm gonna keep it at $497. Okay, so it's 50% off. You get access to all 7 of those things I just talked about, how to apply them exactly to your publishing business. It's basically handheld guidance. Okay, I walk you through the entire program. Is 22 hours worth of content, and like I said before, not only that, there's like over 100 different resources, templates, plug and play templates you can put into your business and start applying things with literally 1 click. Okay. I'm kind of getting salesy here. Let's go through the program before I start selling them so much. So as you can see on the screen here, week 0 is the program introduction. There's a few things we go over. And since it is the beta release, you're going to see at the beginning, beta testers must read this. So that's a part for all the beta testers to go through. And it's just going to explain what a beta tester is and how the program's going to work, and that it's still in its beta phase. So there's some kinks to work out. So as a beta tester, you're really getting access to this thing first things first. You're basically a founding member of Publisher Supremacy, okay? There's some more introduction stuff. Week 1 is going to be all about mastering your mindset, okay? So on top of publishing books and on top of audiobooks and all that stuff I just talked about, if you have a weak mindset, then that's basically the foundation of everything. If you don't have a powerful mindset, you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to apply a mindset to publishing business and basically just business in general, you're not going to get anywhere. So week 1, right out of the gate, is all about mindset. Moving into week 2, it's going to be all about audiobooks. And you can see there are 7 video lessons right now walking you through handheld guidance, how to get your books from Amazon.com onto Audible and start making money off of audiobooks as well. And like I said, that could tack on as much as 50% of your business. Right now, Audible is around 30 to 20% for me. But when I first started, Audible was popping off, and that was last year in Q4. So again, we're working into Q4 here, and I guarantee it'll be 50% of my business once again, okay? Week 3 is the top tier book transformation, and there's 8 lessons in there. And I think this week is one of the longest in the entire program. I think there's, I don't want to say the wrong number now, but I think there's close to 2 to 3 hours worth of content, maybe even 4 hours worth of content in that week alone, talking about how to take your book from an average to decent quality book into a top tier book that really dominates your niche. And really, it's an authority figure book, okay? So it looks like a big publishing house published this thing, but it's really just us, and I'm teaching you how to do that through these 8 videos in week 3, okay? Week 4 is going to take your books to a business, okay? This is the transition phase that I was talking about with the 4 core layers, okay? So I think there's 7 lessons in here that it's going to guide you through exactly how to go from a bookseller to a book publishing business, okay? And then in week 5, all about hiring and automating. So in the first half of week 5, I'm going to talk about how to hire your top tier team. And then after that's done, we're going to talk about how to start applying your email automation, your email list, and start making a funnel with your books and through Facebook to get people into your ecosystem. So like I said, you know how powerful an ecosystem is. I've already explained it to you guys, but that's what week 5 is all about. Moving into week 6, we're talking about building our Facebook group at the beginning and all our Facebook pages and all that stuff. And then at the end, we're going to talk about building that website, okay? And that website, like I said, is the cherry on top. And then finally, week 7, like I said, it's 7 weeks long. You're establishing your brand presence. So we're taking all 3 of those things that we just built for our ecosystem and we're setting them live, okay? So our email list, our automations, our Facebook presence is number 2, and then our website is number 3. And we're setting them live during week 7. I'm showing you how to add additional products, give you additional ideas. And then at the end, there's one special bonus lesson. It's going to talk about leveraging your brand's power to the max and really taking things even further than that, like 5K to 10K per month, okay? So that is Publisher Supremacy. I won't go over it too much more, but that's what it looks like. It's a nice dark theme, as you can tell. It looks good on the screen. And I really hope to see some of you guys rolling in there. Today is the launch day, so I'm excited to see how many people get in there. And I'm just excited to see what you guys think and see how many beta testers are in there. There's a Facebook group, mastermind group, and there's going to be monthly calls too. So basically calls with me. They'll be live, and I'll be answering all your questions in there in the Facebook group. So that's a lot of stuff. I know if you got to this far in the video, you're probably interested in Publisher Supremacy, I just want to say it has basically taken me the last 4 to 5 months to make this entire program what it is now, and it's still the beta version, so there's tons more work to do. But if you want to get in at 50% off today, 50% off, okay? Like it regular at $1,000, it's $500 today, $497 for you. If you click the link in the description down below, it'll take you to the page where you can opt in and start taking advantage of all these 7 different tips that I covered in this video, okay? So I'm super excited to start seeing you guys roll in there, and I cannot wait to build one of the strongest publishing communities and just basically online business communities on the internet, okay? So hope to see some of you guys start rolling in there. I'm gonna stop rambling and stop annoying you. I'm just gonna let you get into the program, and I'll see you in there this week. And we'll start rolling through there. And I can't wait to connect with all of you beta testers. Okay, so hopefully this video was eye-opening for you and gave you an idea of exactly what you need to do in order to get your business, your publishing business, from publishing a few books to a full-on publishing business that's generating you 5K to 10K plus per month, that allows you to quit your job and really start taking online business serious and really change your life, okay? So hopefully this video opened your eyes, you enjoyed all the stuff I talked about, and that's basically all I have to say for today. Click the link down below, join Publisher Supremacy, and I'll see you in the program, okay? So my name is Dane, that's it for today. This video is effectively over, and I'll see you next week.